get your notepads ready. It's time for the Love Power Radio Show with your girl, Myss Meme, aka Meme the Great.
This show is sponsored in part by Flat Fee Tax Prep and Services, offering quality tax preparation serving clients nationwide. For more information, visit www.flatfeecreditandtax.com. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Myss Meme, aka Meme the Great. Welcome to the Love Power Radio Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is Saturday, February 12th. Ooh. So we got a whole weekend planned of stuff, right, guys? Somebody's getting Valentine's Day stuff is going on today and tomorrow is the Super Bowl. Hope you guys are ready to have some fun watching people that are playing. I don't want to say their names because I might be wrong. I think, yeah, we'll get to that later. Anyway, I'm super excited to have with me today, and we're going to jump right into this. My guest host, who is no stranger to the Love Power Radio Show. She just ain't been here in a hot minute because she's been kind of busy falling in love and building her brand. So I ain't jealous or mad or nothing, but she is a designer. I'm going to call her a model, even though she doesn't model often, but she does. She is the CEO of Fashionable and Thick Foundation. And let's welcome, she's a lot of things, a mom, a wife, a friend, I said a designer. I want to say singer-songwriter, but I don't think that's on her list. So welcome to the show, Dee Moore. Dee Moore in the house. Dee Moore in the house. What's up, lady? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's it's a little chilly outside for Houston, but my heat's on, so I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah, it's been a long time, man. What you been up to? Well, before we get into that, I like to ask everybody, and it's 100% class participation. How was your week?
Rough.
Really?
Rough.
What had happened?
Well, as I explained to you before, I teach special needs. We have a lot of people leaving at the school, a lot of new heads coming in. So it was just a rough transition.
Oh, yeah, that transition thing is always a task.
Yes.
And can be quite tedious dealing with people and their personalities, and they want to bring with them when I was over there, I did this, and yeah. Always fun. Cool. Well, welcome to the show. My week was interesting. You guys know I am a caregiver part-time, well, full-time, part-time. I don't know. I'm a caregiver. And so it was an interesting week. I have 3 or 4 caregivers that I'm training to work with my particular client. So, and he does not like a whole bunch of people in the house.
Oh.
No. Especially
how you gonna train them? How you gonna train them if he don't want a bunch of people in the house?
And then you don't want to train them. So it's like, sir, now you're going to have to give me some leeway here. So he worked with me for a while, but, he didn't. Yesterday was it. And he was like, yeah, no, I can't. I tried it for 2 weeks. They got to go. So I hated it because he still needs assistance more than what I can give, hourly per week. Keep from getting overtime and all that stuff, but it is what it is, and it was his choice. It's just I'm kind of concerned about the other caregivers being able to find work with the agency, so that was my thing. So that was kind of a bummer, but so far so good. Today is Saturday. I'm excited to be here and have Dee Moore on the show. Oh man, it's been a hot minute. So for my people, for the new people, because we've acquired new listeners all over the world, being on iTunes, and I keep saying iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Tell us who you are, who your people is.
Me?
Yeah, you over there, you.
Who my people is over here, back here?
Yeah, your people. Yeah, your people.
That's Big Booty Judy back there.
Oh, hey, Judy.
That's my mannequin. That's my mannequin. She been down with me since
For a minute.
Yeah. I done spray painted her and touched her up. Yeah, she been down with me for a minute. I've had her for about 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been in business though for how long? Because it's been a while. I think I met you at a fashion show doing T-shirts in Montrose, at that little bitty house.
I want to say about 12 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah, because that's about as long as I've been modeling, and it was when I first started.
Yeah, Montrose. I'm trying to remember which show that was.
Huh?
I'm trying to remember what show that was.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember. With Curvy something. It was 3Ks. Was in the name, and so you were downstairs with the T-shirts, and they had us upstairs at the very top because it's like a 2 or 3 story house. It was pretty neat.
I know who you're talking about. I just can't remember.
Yeah, I can't think of her name, but I know she's 2012 as a T-shirt line. Yep, with our goal in mind, Fashionable and Thick, started in 2012. There it is. The word fact, although small in letter, count. This word is reading this small. Packs a huge punch, and it does. So tell us how you came up with the idea of Fashionable and Thick, and then put it together with the T-shirt line.
Okay, so I was in a abusive relationship. It wasn't physical. It was more mental and emotional abuse. They always talked about my weight or what have you. And then one day, we got into this real heated argument. And of course, I was called some obscenes, and one that stuck out to me was "you fat bitch." Excuse me for cursing on your show. Okay. But I decided to take that word and run with it.
Nice.
It was like, okay, you thought I'm going to show you. I decided to take that word and make it positive. Nice. So I researched to see was anybody else, of course, using the word fat and how they were using the word fat. So I came up with that acronym, and then I started putting it on T-shirts to market it before I decided to even start the business.
Oh, wow.
And if you remember, okay, I'm finna pull out a throwback, and this is my very last.
Let me see.
My very
last. Is it the 99?
This is the only one that I have left. I have no more.
Is it the 99? Yes.
Look, and my big voice, you already know.
I got 99 problems, but my thickness ain't one. Y'all better recognize. Yes, I remember that.
Yes. This is like the very last one. So if anybody wants it, you better go to the fashionableandthick.org and go and copy your last one.
Wow. What size is it?
2X.
Okay.
I don't think I'll be putting it into the rotation anymore.
Really? Mm-mm. Okay. Wow.
It's it's time to come up with some new ones.
It's run its course.
Okay. Yeah, it's run its course, a long course.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So are you going to sell it for a vintage price, or is it regular price?
It's regular price because when you buy a T-shirt, you're supporting my foundation. So
right. Lisa said, I really hate that.
T-shirt, it's going to help someone.
Right. Nice. Lisa said, I really hate that name calling. I wasn't a fat bitch when you was eating that cat. That part. Okay.
Period.
Period. It's really interesting though, how that is when people start trying to use words like that against you to make you feel some kind of way about yourself. Was it when you first started, was it difficult to because I know you, right? But for people who don't, and for people who are wanting to get started doing something like that, because like the young lady that I worked with out of Florida a couple of years ago, when she saw that a young lady, a plus size lady, had gotten rejected from going into a club because of her weight. Oh yeah, they told her to get out. They wouldn't let her in.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
So somebody saw the post and decided that she was gonna do kind of like a carnival, plus size carnival theme type event down in Florida. And I worked with her. So, but what was that like? Because I still get pushback being a plus model. What was that like then, starting a line or a t-shirt business with Fashionable and Thick as something positive? Did it go over well?
It went over well because I think during that time when I started it, there was a lot, the body positivity movement was going on.
Okay.
So I tapped into it at the right time.
Nice.
To partner, to go coincide with what everybody else was trying to do with the message that they were trying to put out.
Okay. Nice. So I know you, like I said before, was there ever a moment where you were like, you know what, never mind, I don't want to do this, I'm in over my head, forget it? Did you ever have those moments?
Every day.
Every day, really?
Every day, yes.
And I never would have guessed it because like I said, I've dealt with you, in your with your shows. Never would have guessed it. What made you push through?
If I can reach just that one person, I've done my job. So I just keep going.
Nice. And that's definitely something to remember for those who start doing things, starting a business, speaking, being speakers. It doesn't matter, whatever it is you start it for a reason. Yes. I feel like God gave it to you for a reason. Yes, other people are doing it, but you have a different why, as they say. And what comes with what you do is different than when somebody else does it. All need it, but you're going to touch somebody they can't.
Exactly.
Somebody's going to see you and be able to relate to you. They're not going to be able to relate to me.
Exactly. And that's why I keep going.
So
there's somebody out there that, it's like they say, the saying goes, it's somebody for everybody.
Oh, yeah. And that's in everything. I never thought about it that way, but yeah, it's in everything. That's awesome. I'm excited. One shirt left, huh? How much is it?
I think it's 15. What? I think it's 15.
So it's on sale.
Yeah, I think it's 15.
Listen, y'all better cop that shirt because that shirt's been around since you first started. And then you also went from and you didn't stop, let me say that, selling t-shirts, but you meandered into a clothing line, like actually doing clothes. And what made you want to expand?
I wanted something of my own. Not to mention, a lot of people don't know that my birth name is Dorcas. And I'm about to get biblical with you. So if you're familiar with the Bible, Acts chapter 9, verse 36, the lady Dorcas, she was a seamstress. I used to fight with my mom all the time. What you naming this name for? What is this? What is Dorcas? Do you know what I went through in school? Why you name me this?
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that because I've wondered where she get Dorcas from, because that ain't short for D.
My name, by birth.
How awesome. What's in a name? That's wonderful. And so I'll add this snippet. So my name, Miriam, is not only in the Bible, but it's also in the Holy Quran. And a lot of people don't know, in Islam, Miriam is actually a very popular name. The Bible, the Quran, mentions Jesus almost as much as the Bible does. And so, but my name, Miriam, means mother of Jesus, to be married, marriage, and something else. So, yeah, but I go by Mimi because I get tired of people botching up Miriam. I don't know how they do that.
I got tired of people the Dukakis, spelling it wrong.
Yeah, D. Hey, Miss D. So we are going to take a short commercial break, and come back with Dee Moore and get to know how she came up with Fashionable and Thick Foundation and the services that they offer. Be back.
If you're looking for a keynote speaker for your next event, look no further than Myss Meme of Meme Speaks, specializing in panel discussions, women's luncheons and conferences, and fashion shows and trade shows. Myss Meme brings her unique blend of experience and training to make a lasting impression on your guests and clients. With powerful, engaging, thought-provoking topics and presentations, Myss Meme will provide your guests with meaningful takeaways and life-changing revelations. Also available for red carpet interviews and premieres. Email us today at iammissmeme@gmail.com for booking information. That's iammissmeme@gmail.com. If you're looking
And we're back to the Love Power Radio show. BTS, listen, y'all could do this too, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
I tried to get back before you
I know, right? And shout out to my producer today of the show. I think I have Lisa, the owner of Stunner Radio and host of Lisa Danae Live, as well as one of the hosts of Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. That comes on today, Black Coffee with a Side of Tea, this evening at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you stay locked and loaded and stay tuned in so you can hang out with the ladies of Black Coffee and see what they got going on, because they got a whole awesome show for you guys this evening. So Miss D.
Yes, ma'am.
You started the Fashionable and Thick t-shirt line. You meandered into an added clothing. What made you stop and say, okay, let me turn this into a foundation where I can help people? And who do you help?
A lot of people don't know, doing what I did from Fashionable and Thick, it was coming out of my own self pocket. Wow. Well, it came a time where those funds ran out. I've depleted it. I'm dry. I'm lost. I have no more to give. I knew what I wanted to give, but I needed the funds to do so. In order to get donors or people to sponsor you with what you want to do, you have to become a nonprofit organization.
Oh, okay.
It just makes it a little bit easier.
Okay. It does.
Yes, there's money out there for grant program that they'll give you a grant for certain programs that you run. Mm-hmm. And then it puts the business into a different tax bracket.
Okay. Ooh, I like that one that just came up. Stop fixing bodies and start fixing the world.
Yes.
Nice. So what have you been able to do? What are some of the services that you offer for the people that you help?
I collect plus size gowns and I pass them out to different high schools for high school students for homecoming or prom. I've been called several times by parents whose kids are bullied because of size.
Wow.
So I go out and I speak to them. Or I've even had one parent, she was a single parent and she had was going through a tough time and she couldn't afford to, of course, dress her child size appropriate. So I dug into the funds that we have and added more donations from people who were sending in, and I made sure that the child had what she needed.
Oh, good. I was just going to ask where they could go to make donations. So if you want to donate funds, you can visit Fashionable and Thick Foundation online at fashionableandthick.org. And if they want to donate clothing, how would they contact you? The same way?
Email me at info@fashionableandthick.net and I'll set up delivery.
Okay. Nice. That's awesome. I'm looking at I got mesmerized by the pictures. So you do speaking engagements. Have you, is it just like for teenagers and children?
Yes.
Or have you? Okay.
I haven't done an adult yet. It's just mostly teenagers and children. And, I'm working in the school system, so it works hand in hand.
Nice. So have you been able to go to the different schools specifically to talk about bullying and topics such as?
I've only done the ones that my children attended. Marshall High School, I've been there, and then I'm at Dulles Middle School, so I work alongside with the principal there to identify those who are being bullied because of size or may have self-esteem issues.
Okay. So let's talk about the book that I see they put up, Life Support for the Curvy Female paperback. What's that all about?
Life support for the curvy female. Bam.
Nice.
It's kind of, you know how you have those self-help books to try to pick up your spirits, to keep you from having a pity party? It's those. The do's and the don'ts.
Okay. Can you read an excerpt from that? One or two do and one or two don't?
Hold on, give me one moment.
Look, guys, and that looks like that's
I'm going to do you even one better. I'm not going to do it to do, and I'm not going to do it to don't, because I feel like this needs to be said. And this goes to all of those who fat shame. They don't realize what they do to a person when you fat shame. It causes depression, eating disorders, low self-esteem, and other issues. You fat shame people, sometimes they go into stress eating because you're talking about them. So you cause them to have more weight. Yep.
Without even knowing it. And that just goes to show that verbal abuse is a thing.
Yes.
Right. And it's important.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Or you cause them to eat less, then you're going to create another problem because they're going to the bathroom and sticking their finger down their throat to make themselves throw up.
Or not eating at all, just going on not necessarily a fast, but a strike.
Yes.
You know, to lose weight. And then that creates stress.
Absolutely.
And other things. So yeah, it's so important to realize, you know, forget what they said back in the day when they said sticks and stones may break your bones, but words can never hurt. They do.
This one does.
Yeah.
This one does.
Yeah, they do. And I've been a I guess victim of fat shaming. And fat shaming can come from family.
Yes.
Oftentimes it does. It comes
number one. That's the number one. That's high at the list. Family.
Yeah. So talk about or give some things for people to do who are on the receiving end of fat shaming when it comes from family, because it's different when it's a different mindset. It's a different tone, still creates depression and all those other things. But when it comes from your family versus coming from somebody that's not family, a coworker or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, give some things that people can do to kind of overcome that, or what can they do to help themselves?
Whether it comes from family or not family, you first have to look in the mirror at yourself. How are you feeling? Can you do the things that you always done? Can you run a lap? Can you climb the stairs without, you have to start doing it. It starts within here. So if you're having issues with your body weight and it's stopping you from doing certain things, you got to become real with yourself. And I know I'm about to get chewed out for saying this, but it is what it is. You got to be real with yourself first.
Yeah.
Never mind what they say. They may be telling, they damn well could be telling the truth. However, we are more receptive of things if they say it in a different tone or a different manner. I get that. But in the end, you still got to be real with yourself.
With you.
That's the number one. So when I was being called these names or whatever, I sat down and I did a self-check. Yeah, I'm a little overweight. Yeah, I can't do this no more. Yeah, I can't do that no more. Girl, I got stairs in my house right now. I get to that 6 or 7 stairs and I got to stop. So I need to drop something. I know this.
Right.
So number one, again, you got to be real with yourself. Do you want to fix yourself? Number 2. Number 3, don't stop loving yourself.
Yeah. That was huge for me, because my fat shaming came from the family. You know, it was crazy because not all of us were skinny in the family. You know, we didn't come from basketball players that were sticks. We came from meaty, big boned people. And then of course what we ate growing up.
My dear and Bertha, baby. Yeah.
Listen, we weren't gonna be skinty at all, right? So it baffled me, but it took me a long time because I'm listening to these family members tell me, you know, you're too big, you're fat, you're this, you're that. Even up into my now. I had someone that was here in my place looking at one of those bodycon dresses, and I had it hanging on the door, and they were just looking like, whose dress is that? Whose dress did you try to fit in? That's mine.
Wrong thing to say. That was so ugly.
You know, and it was like, well, I'd like to see that. And I said, well, it stretches. That's the whole purpose. And
that was so ugly.
Yeah, you know,
listening, you were ugly. I said it. You come to my inbox if you like. We can have. I got time today. That was ugly.
That part. So but yeah, so it still goes on even in the adult world. And it's hard to at times it's hard to take, but for me it took me the longest time to just be able to look in the mirror at myself with no clothes on. I wouldn't do it. Even with clothes on, I'd walk right past it. I didn't have mirrors up. I wasn't doing it because of what I was told and the guilt that I felt for being big. And then looking, and I was talking to somebody the other day and looking at some of the pictures from way back when I was younger, when I was in my 20s or 30s. And I was like, they called me fat then. And I was like a 14. If I was fat to you then, oh my God, what am I to you now? Because I'm all of juicy 22 and 24. You know? So it takes a lot to get over, or to actually, I don't know if you ever get over it. You know, some people really don't. They learn how to manage.
Yes,
I'll say that, because getting over it sounds so harsh, but you learn how to, for those who are trying to figure it out, you will learn how to manage. And like Dee said, take it one day at a time and keep moving forward, because somebody needs to see you doing what you do.
And always be real with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. It's going to take a lot of self-check.
And in that, because I know you mentioned, if you know that, you know, like you said, going up the steps, you can only make it so far. In that, being real with yourself, you have to pick what's best for you in losing weight. Some people have surgery, you know, the bypass surgery, it's just so many options out there. And some people actually choose to work out and work it off that way. How do you feel about that?
So what you said is you have to choose what's best for you. I work out, I do a bunch of walking. That seems to help with mine. Some people, the walking may not help. They have to go to have the surgeries or what have you. I'm afraid of the surgery. I can't tell you to have surgery or not have surgery. That's your choice.
Right. And Lisa said
I won't be doing it. I'm afraid of no. That's
you don't like me to. Lisa Danae said you have to tune out the noise and listen to your own voice.
Yes, Lisa. Yes.
So true. Yes. And believe it and lean on it. Like, let it stay stuck, because people are miserable.
Especially miserable. Misery loves company.
It loves company. And I remember listening to just this week, just kind of thinking about some of the different stuff that I've done, and wanting to go forward and do other extra stuff. And, you know, I remember somebody telling me one day, you're just so extra. And I was like, I ain't even close to being extra. You know, maybe I'm extra to you because, you know, and then I felt like I was like, no, it's just because somebody posted, when people look at you or say stuff like that, it's because they're jealous of you having the strength to do you. So, you know, shine your light, boo. Whoever needs to hear that, like Lisa say, tune them out and do what you got to do for you. If you need to have the surgery and move around. Do what you got to do. If you don't and you want to do other things, if you want to, you know, They have all kinds of things. They have the fat burning pills. They have the bye-bye bellies out there. They have all kinds of detoxes to help with all that. Wearing waist trainers. Do what you have to do for you, what makes you comfortable. Dee, what you got coming up?
Don't have much yet. Not yet.
Okay. Lisa said, I've been told I'm extra, too much, doing the most, etc. But I don't much care. I'm on this earth to be me. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Listen, I'm always taking notes.
You can't live for no one else. You got to live for you.
That's it. It's tiring to try to be somebody else. So you might as well go on and, like you said, do a lot of self-checks, find out what you like to do or not, and do you. It's so much easier. It's easier for me being me. It's easier now that I've accepted my big bonedness, right? I'm loving it.
And I'll talk about that in the book, in this book. You accept it.
Ooh. Give some pointers on how to accept yourself.
Accept it and then move on. How you going to move on? Put a plan in action.
Nice. Put a plan in action. Okay. I like that. And so I don't know if you guys can see. You probably can't. This is one of Dee's shirts from back in the day too. From way back. Couldn't find the other one that I have.
What is the other one that you have? Is it blue?
The blue one, with the lady on it and the yes, that one. Warning: body shaming prohibited. That one. I like my shirts. Thank you. But so again,
I have quite a few of these left. So if anybody wants some, head on over to fashionableandthick.org.
And tell us why they have to go that way, because I know you posted something about that a few days ago. Why it's important for people to go online and order as opposed to calling you and all that.
I'm a business. This organization is a non-profit organization also. I believe everything in decent in order. When the tax man come and said, I need this, this, and this, I need to be able to pull from my sales reports or whatever it is that he's asking for. Here you go, sir or madam.
Nice.
All that, I want to cash app you for you. No, that's over with.
Wow. Nice. So go to fashionableandthick.org to make your choices and purchases.
And besides, when you shop on the website, a lot of people don't realize it protects you. You can say, hey, I ordered it at XYZ. Here's my order number, yada, yada, whoop the whoop. And I can always refer back to that if you have any questions or any discrepancies. It helps me stay organized. It protects me as the merchant, and it protects you also.
Nice. So head on over to fashionableandthick.org to get your shop on. It's Valentine's Day weekend. Lisa Dene said, people will shame you for anything, your size, shape, sexual preference, sexuality, even your personality. So true. We have to learn to reject shaming of all kinds.
Absolutely.
So true.
Absolutely.
I think that falls into the misery loves company. Like my dad used to say, people ain't got nothing else better to do. But yeah, they will for everything. And it's like, come on, man, stay in your lane.
Yeah.
You know, if you stay in your lane and do what you got to do for you, trust me, you will not have enough time to be worried about somebody else's personality, you know, who they having sex with, as long as they ain't having sex with your people, whoever you with, shouldn't be a problem. I'm just saying.
Mind your business.
It helps everybody.
Mind your business.
Into it. We'll be right back after this message. Stay tuned.
Hey, it's your girl Lisa Dene, and I want to tell you about a product that has changed my life. Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins. Rain products are infused with a Nobel Prize-winning material called graphene. It's the graphene strip that provides the various health benefits that can improve your quality of life during that time of the month. Listen, I've been very loyal to a certain brand of feminine products, but I've never experienced the results I get with Rain products. The difference is in the graphene strip. Using Rain products has totally eliminated the painful cramps I experience, and it can also help help balance your body's pH, eliminate harmful bacteria, and help fight fatigue. Graphene moves heat away from your core to keep you cool and comfortable. Ladies, it's time to upgrade your feminine care with products that not only offer protection, but also improve your health and wellness. Place your order today and receive your premium sanitary napkins delivered directly to your door. Visit www.drfcare.com to make your purchase today. And don't forget to mention that your girl Lisa Dene and Stunner Radio sent you.
Welcome back to Love Power Radio Show. It's us. And welcome Dee Moore of Fashionable and Thick Foundation. And so we have, Stunner has partnered with you to do a fundraiser for the foundation.
Yes.
And it is going to be this coming Saturday, the 19th.
Okay.
And there we have a screen live streaming at www.stunnerradio.com. And again, guys, if you want to donate, be a part, you can always check out. We have more information on stunnerradio.com as well as fashionableandthick.org. I'm excited about that. How you feeling about that?
I'm ready. I'm excited.
You have any special garments that you're going to have on sale then? Or
No. Right now, I know I have up to 60% off on the Dorcas site.
Okay.
Still waiting for you to go on over. What you waiting on, ma'am?
Who? Me?
Yeah, you.
What had happened was
you. Lisa didn't been, everybody else didn't been. Well, I'm waiting for you.
Oh, shut up. Okay. All right. Put me out there. I'm going.
Yeah. Put you on blast. What we waiting on?
That was a capital B last though.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys, hopefully you can share this information with all the plus models, the community, the plus communities. We'd love to see you guys participate and help raise money, because the funds that you donate go to help other plus size children and women, which is very important, because I remember
men. Let's not exclude men. Please don't exclude the men. Yes, we have men out there that are fat shamed and bullied as well. They
are, and I said something earlier, and I wanted to talk about that, and I forgot. So I'm glad you brought it up. How does that? Because a lot of times men don't like to talk about what they're going through, especially when it comes to body shaming, being abused and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. Have you had a positive response when you let people know, or dealing with men, and you let them know, hey, we help you guys too. What do you need? What's going on? And that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I've had a very positive response. Believe it or not. I thought I wasn't going to, but yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So she's taking clothes, right? For men and women and children.
Yes.
Good deal. I'm excited about that. So you gonna have some men's stuff too for the live streaming? She don't play right. That's cool. So remember I was telling you earlier when we were talking before the show started, I wanted to touch on T-Pain's, not T-Pain. Well, we're going to do that one, but I want to touch on first, because you're in the fashion industry. The comment that Kim Kardashian stated, well, she stated it, but I can't remember it word for word, because she's on Vogue. She's on the front cover of Vogue. And she mentioned how, there we go, she had to tap into her other side, and I didn't know that she was of us.
Me either.
Yeah. A lot of people on the particular post that I saw were livid, because for one, their editor, Vogue's editor, just passed away, and he was a fashion icon. They were like, okay, so why would you not put him on the cover? They did do a spread. I did see that, but I don't remember them putting him on the cover, and he worked with them for some years.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people were, as I was, very agitated, because I don't remember, and I could be wrong, I don't remember her being a descendant of Black people.
Me either. Your children are of Black people, but baby, you no.
And I forgot. I did forget to look, but I really meant to look because I was like, you can't tap into something that you're not.
Absolutely.
You can graze over it, but look at it, stick it on, but to tap into it. And then my thing is too, out of all the beautiful Black women that we have that are models, that are icons, that are actresses and prominent in that industry, why not accused of cultural appropriation?
Yes.
Why she's not? And I remember seeing somebody showed a clip of I think it was Denzel showing or describing the difference between culture and what was culture. She's not. She's portraying something, but not actually a part of. And so, as I was stating, why not use, if you want to do a picture of somebody with an elongated neck, they actually have tribes in Africa that do that sort of thing.
Yes,
so
they do.
Why not use one of them? And then out of all the beautiful Black models that exist, why not use one of them to be on the front of Vogue instead of getting someone? And it kind of goes back to also, they've been doing it for years though, so this is nothing new, how they've taken other people from other races and colored them.
Yes, I can't.
Yes, agitates my whole entire soul. Yes, it's enough of us, to where they could choose, and they so choose to not. I don't know. I know you said that agitates you, but what would you say to, because our children are looking at this, what would you say to them to kind of get them to understand, okay, wait, that's just, how the industry is, or, what could you say to the ones that are looking at that and wanting to emulate her?
Wow, that's a good question, and you had me at a loss for words.
I don't know what I would say either, so that's why I was asking you. Because it incites a lot, and if ever there was something to incite agitation with a group of people, this would be one of them. I stopped watching them years ago. I think it was after the first surgery. You don't look the same.
I don't watch them at all.
That part. Well, I mean, I thought it was interesting when they first came on the scene because you could tell based off of their skin tone and their facial features where they were truly from.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's kind of iffy. So like I said, after the first person got the first surgery, it was like, what, who is that again? So it was just too much for me because I enjoy authentication of people and their cultures and where they come from and, what your people are like, because that's what brings, to me, that's just me and my 2 cents. This is not the View of Stunner Radio, y'all, so don't be going there. But I love for people to come in with their history and where they come from and, what their people did, the foods that they ate, the different, the different dances they have, if they have those. I enjoy seeing that. So to come and, want to be like Mike, that's just a little too much for me. We already have issues. I don't have space for that. But I really would love to see the day when the fashion industry or even the media would give us our due.
True.
Give us our due, which also brings me to the second topic. T-Pain was stated saying that he thinks we should stop celebrating Black History Month.
Why?
What do you think?
Did he give a reason? Did he give a reason why?
One of his reasons was the usual. It's the shortest month of the year, and in that it's degrading. It was along the lines of, how it's degrading. They only talk about slavery and that sort of thing. And I was like,
Well, okay, well, that's on you, homeboy, because guess what? I don't just celebrate it during the month. I celebrated 365, so that's your fault.
That part. He says, you separating us again. We want to be part of history, not just 1 month of it. Well, so here's the thing. It doesn't matter where you look. Well, first of all, let's start by saying the person that came up with Black History, it actually was Black History Week. And then it went into Black History Month, was a Black man. So I'm not interested in, just for that reason, in not stopping celebrating Black History Month. Two, like Dee said, I'm Black 365. 52 weeks after year, 365 days,
and I don't
12
just
months.
I don't just talk about the segregation or the slavery, and I talk about the inventions, the power moves.
Right. All the Black Wall Streets that were, the places that were like Georgetown. Georgetown wasn't the only one. It was over 300 and something cities and towns that were only Black owned businesses.
And they thrived. And they thrived. We thrived. We didn't have to go ask anybody for anything.
Yep. And so I really feel like it's time to get back to that. I don't think we should stop celebrating Black History Month, because Black history is history.
Yes.
It is his story. It's our story.
Yes.
And it should not. We're going to be separated regardless. So I feel like we might as well do what we've always been doing and take it and run with it. Like you said, you talk about the inventions, so why not talk about that? And for his platform, I'm thinking, dude, but you're a musician. So why not put it in your music? Why not, I've been fortunate enough to find other pages of people just giving information of Black history, and they do it 365 days a year. It's so much out there to where I feel like we should be good. Trust me. And stopping celebrating Black History Month is not going to make the colonizers want to include us anymore than they already do. They already are strongly attempting to try to erase as much of Black history as possible. So no, T-Pain, sir, we're not.
I don't know what homeboy got problems. I don't know.
Yeah, so I will talk about the other one that got problems, but that's a little bit too much. What? Kanye? You don't want to talk about Kanye? Okay, me neither, because that's a lot.
Mental health is real. That's all I'm gonna say.
It is. It really is. And I feel like that's on both sides. And while one was kind of supportive in the beginning, it didn't really alarm me. It was just like, here we go again. You were in the beginning supporting and getting people to understand, don't do that. He has, mental health issues, this, that, and the other.
I think a lot has to do, I really think she did try to get him some help, but you can only do so much. You have to want help. So you don't want help, and I'm trying to get you help. Okay, I'm tired. I'm tapped out. I can't support this anymore.
True.
And if you've ever dealt with anybody who's going through something mentally, it's draining. It's
draining. Yeah. I've dealt with clients that have dementia. I've dealt with people stuck dealing with mental health issues, and in the beginning didn't even know it. They didn't want to admit it. I didn't want to admit that they had it, because that was one of those things where you Black, you ain't got no mental health issues, until I really had to sit and think about it. What we all do. Because of the things that we've been through in our lives, we all have something, especially if we don't sit and, like you said earlier, look at the man or the woman in the mirror and deal with it head on. And sometimes that dealing with it will require you to go and seek professional assistance, talking to a psychiatrist, which is not a problem. It's not a bad thing for This for the people in the back, y'all. Ain't nothing wrong with us melanated people going to get a psychiatrist to help you.
Black people need to stop with the, oh, I'm gonna pray the demon off and this and that. No. That same God that you praying to, I'm quite sure He gave you five. He gave you 5 cents, and one of them is up here. Go and seek the people that He is using to get you some medical treatment, some medical help.
That's it. That's it. Because what they're going to do is, contrary to popular belief, when you talk to therapists, what they do is help you sort through all the clutter that's in your brain, that, in between your ears, as they say, and help you sort through and start dealing with those situations that have you blocked or have you not able to see clearly. Help you to clear it out. It's like having a friend come through and, help you spring clean your house. Right? Somebody that's not judging you, that's not, is creating a safe space for you so you can really dig in and do what you got to do and truly live your best life without all of the luggage and the baggage and the clouds that mental health can cause. And again, it's not always something that you get over. It's helping you to learn how to maneuver.
Manage and
maneuver. So we're at the end of the show. This has been, thank you so much, Miss Dee, for coming through and being my co-host. I'm excited about the fundraiser. It is going down this coming Saturday. So a week from today, February 19th, 2022 at 6 p.m. Live streaming at www.stunnerradio.com. If you'd like to donate or shop, make sure you check out the collection, Dorcas collection, and also Fashionable and Thick Foundation.org. And don't forget, she takes clothes for men too, because they need love too.
Absolutely.
And they get body shamed too. I did have a gentleman on who's actually a model now, some time ago, talking about body shaming. It's been several years. And so he was actually willing to, and that's why I was asking you earlier, because a lot of times men aren't willing to admit that they've been body shamed, because it may make them seem like they're weak, right? But he actually came on the show and talked about being body shamed. So it does happen to them, and they need our love and support as well. So if you know somebody that needs help or has gone through a situation, reach out to Miss Dee. If you have clothes for men big and tall, reach out to Miss Dee. You want to donate to contribute to the Body Love Revolution, reach out to Miss Dee. So Miss Dee, at the end of the show, we always give a love note. Okay. So what kind of love note would you give? Well, just, give one thing that you would tell someone in reference to loving themselves and the body love revolution. What pointer would you give for them? What 3?
In order for people to love you, you have to love yourself. It shows when you love yourself. And people are more receptive to that.
And you also, I've learned too, and I learned this actually after, I learned it and then had a conversation with Lisa. And she was talking about how, changing your mindset. And once you start loving yourself, it shows on you. That's what you start exuding. And then that's what you start pulling towards you. So absolutely. If you are in a situation or, in a funk where you want, and I've heard this before, I just want somebody to love me. And I'm like, well, especially
you're
now.
Loving yourself right now. So how you expect nobody's going to work through all that. You got to love you.
Yeah. And it's difficult, to love somebody who, like, you're putting more into them than they're putting into themselves. And you said that earlier. So make sure, like Dee said, you love on yourself. That's not being selfish.
No,
It's loving on yourself. It's taking care of yourself and making sure that you're able to take care of, or you're able to give what it is that you expect to receive from people. Because you can't expect to receive love from somebody and you're not willing to, you can't give it if you don't have it.
absolutely.
So if you don't have it for yourself, it's going to be hard for you to actually have true love for anybody else because it ain't in you.
At all.
And it's possible to have it. And I'll tell you some things that I did to get back to me and loving me. And one of the things I remember hearing someone talk about this, Plus model, talk about this years ago. And she said one thing that she started doing was standing in the mirror with no clothes on and just talking to herself and telling herself how much, I love you, I really love you. And saying it until she got to the point to where she started believing it, because it took her a while. And then affirmations.
Why we said that at the same time?
Oh,
Affirmation.
Affirmation. And people say that a lot. And let me tell you, I am the skeptic in the room. I've heard it before. I used to hear it a lot before I actually started doing it. It is a thing. Just like someone posted the other day, being negative rubs off just as much as being positive, right? So affirmations help. They manifest what you pull to your universe or your aura or yourself, what around you. If you're tired of seeing broke, busted, and disgusted, start talking to yourself a little bit better. Stop saying to yourself, oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, I'm so this or that. And start saying, I am. Magnetic. I'm pulling to me everything positive, everything in abundance. I'm going to live in abundance. Start talking to yourself in a way that's more positive than what you've been before, and watch how everything around you will start to change. It's not going to happen overnight, but it is going to happen because repetition needs to happen.
Yep. And faith without works is dead.
Is dead. Dead. DED, dead. It ain't gonna do nothing. So you have to put some work into it. And I know work nowadays for a lot of people is like a foreign word, but you still gonna have to put the work in. And it's not a bad thing. It will, in the end, in the big scheme of things, be for the good of you. Until next time, make sure you love on yourself. Be kind to yourself. And remember, you are the most important person in your universe. Nobody else. Be you and nobody else. When I tell you, when I tried to be somebody else that wasn't on stage, listen, I was tired all the time. So now I'm Mimi, aka Mimi the Great. What? I'm just saying. Okay, so don't forget fashionableththick.org for to donate clothes if you want to go shopping. She does have up to 60% off for Valentine's Day weekend. Get you something. I'll take, another t-shirt, a dress. You got this bad dress that one of my models' girlfriends had on.
Visit thedarkestcollection.com.
Check it out. And don't forget to hang out with us next Saturday for the Body Love Revolution, Fashionable and Thick Foundation fundraiser. And then also this evening at 7, so in a couple of hours, the ladies from Black Coffee with a Side of Tea will be on at 7 p.m. So make sure you stick and stay with Stunner Radio. And until next Saturday, have an awesomely fantastic week. Love you.
Love you. Bye.